Wow, that's really small. We will have to sleep with the rope. Here we are on the little bivouac. Today I've climbed 2 more 4,000-meter peaks. It brings me to 71 summits. Still, I have 11 more summits to climb, and I hope I can climb them before winter comes. A few years ago, I climbed some of the 4,000 meters peaks in Bernese Alps, and I found those mountains so beautiful, and the terrain was new for me. I was like, I want to climb all of them. So it started like that. The year after, Uli did all those 4,000 meters peaks in Israel, incredibly fast, using no cars, no lift. I was like, yeah, this is the way to do it. I can do it in my way, the way I think is the right way for me.
There are 82 4,000-meter peaks in the Alps, and they're spread across Italy, France, and Switzerland. As far as we know, there's only a handful of women who have climbed all of them, and Margaret is one of them, and it took her over 20 years to do it. Liv is hoping to climb all of them in less than a year.
The idea is to ski them when it's winter, alpine climb in summer, and also combine alpine climbing with paragliding when it's possible. I'm hoping to finish by end of July, August. It's going to be long days, especially because I'm not using any lift. And to be honest, I have really no idea how it's going to work, but I have to try and we'll see. Last night was a bit busy, but I slept really well. But this morning I was feeling weird. I almost puked when I got up after breakfast. I was like, oh no, I'm a bit stressed.
There are so many variabilities on this project and possibilities that something can go wrong, so it's no guarantee. But that's on the other hand the cool thing, that's why we do it.
The biggest challenge is to be able to stay focused for a long time. On simple trip, you never see the people deeply. But this kind of trip, you know, after 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and you start to see how you are inside yourself, like really deeply.
Living from the valley floor, it was a big decision. I think it's a fair way of going in the mountains. But in places like especially Chamonix, it's gonna be really tough. It will be a lot easier to just take a lift to 3,800 vertical meters. Not just going up, but going down. Or like when you think you have a better weather window, you want to go down to the valley floor, but then you know you're gonna have to walk back up. So logistically and in your head, it's a lot harder.
Bit spicy.
No one died. That's success.
Summit of the bar off les écrans. Everything went smoother than planned.
I don't know if that's quite accurate.
Colin, you're crazy, dude. Oh, Chanera.
On top of Liscam West. Feel the altitude?
A little bit, yeah.
I do.
You? Cool. Well then.
The Rosa group finished. That means more than 45%.
Valutare bene I pesi, ecco il famoso passaggio, quello fisico. Forza Liv, ma nessun problema sembra. Un grande applauso per Liv Sansoz, fantastico!
Liv is really fascinating in the way that if you meet her, you think she's super kind of humbled and doesn't look like badass, but in the end, she has so much on her list that it's always surprising. What, really? You did that? You don't look like that.
Liv, without any doubt, is famous for being a world champion sport climber.
She was one of the best climbers in the world.
It was in 1994, a World Cup in the final. Just a very young girl. It was like a surprise. She was very thin, very little and very strong.
It was tough to beat her.
She was graceful and strong at the same time and very determined.
She won 2 times a World Championship. She won World Cup, I don't know, many times.
Liv Sansoz, numero 1, Francia.
She was one of the first women to climb 8C+.
514C, that was definitely a benchmark.
She was really the star back in those days. It was big respect, for sure.
So that was 4th try.
Yeah. But I don't know why, it's not so hard, but when it's too small route, intensive route, I'm not so good.
Yeah.
I prefer long route.
Yeah, well,
That's okay.
4 tries isn't so bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. 2001 was a hard year. I wanted to do another 514C route called Necessary Evil. I was doing very well in this route. I was that close to send it. On the day I thought I was going to send the route, I was warming up. My belayer, she was lowering me, and she let go the rope, and I crashed into the ground. I cracked a vertebra and damaged my nerve. I could not climb for a long time. I could not join the competition. I could not win my 3rd World Championship title. It was hard. So today it's 6 days in a row we are moving in the mountains. Winning a World Cup, there is no risk. It's all safe. But in alpinism, everything is different. The days can be 15 hours on the mountains with a dangerous environment. This is the scary part. Below Seracs. Scary! I hate that.
Of course, she's badass, but badass is like bam, you know, she's not bam. She's more, she's so quiet.
You want to know what I have in my bed? It's the best, the really best. It's the hot water next to my feet. It's cold. Yesterday we were on the Strahler and Rimfunction. Kind of a big day that kills our leg, but today we are rolling. Back it on! Hey, come back! It's too sketchy. There is really not one mountain we deserve to be injured or to die. You wake up early, you do all those meters of elevation, and maybe you decide to not go because it's too dangerous. It's part of the game. Bye.
Liv is going.
It's good.
When you're ready.
I was really surprised to find out that Liv was into base jumping because that does not seem like her personality to do something so risky and out of control. She really seems like somebody that likes to be in control.
I remember when she climbed very high level because we said she's really, really strong and is maybe the strongest climber who are very afraid to fall.
After my accident, I was not able to climb like I used to, and I wanted to do something different and learn something new. Base jumping is an interesting thing. At that time, I was with people who were like, it's a dangerous sport, but if you do everything right, it's all good. It's not exactly like that. December 2009, I was jumping at night, and my canopy touched a tree and collapsed. During those few seconds before I hit the ground, I was like, okay, I'm not going to die, but I'm going to explode my legs in many pieces. But the pain went on the pelvis. It was like my pelvis went up below my armpit. My back bended and I broke my sacrum and my pelvis. I had to be on a bed for 3 months. I could not walk, I could not go to the bathroom. I was dependent on other people 24 hours a day. I had no idea at that point if I would be able to climb again or walk normally or go to the mountains.
She's been always psyched and motivated and strong at the same time, but this fear just slowed her down so much.
After this accident, I was pretty fragile and it was almost funny. I kept breaking bones. I broke my ankle, I broke a calcaneus, I damaged my sciatic nerve, I broke my ACL. First turn of the season, boom. And then I broke my ankle, I broke a vertebra, then I broke my wrist. My meniscus, shoulder, my other calcaneus because I have 2 feet, so I need to do both of it. And finally, I had a head concussion.
Do you remember a time where it just didn't seem worth it?
No. I always thought, okay, I will be back. After those 5 bad years, I finally felt good again, and I thought it was time for me to test myself again. No more driving, starting to be Sherpa team.
Swapping the dress for the Gore-Tex.
Yep.
Next time we bring high heels and like drop the high heels for the ski.
Sure, let's do it.
Today I try to really not even look at the lift. It's like pretending that the lift doesn't exist.
You could have taken the lift, Julia could have taken the lift, but you are all here with me, so stop f***ing complaining.
Good morning! Number 1 of the day. What's cool about this 4,000 meter project is that it keeps that idea of not having to travel so far to find adventure. Spring condition, charging.
I'm not a bike person so much, so it's going to be funny. Feels good inside, but it was really like glacial, and it was hard. It's hard to beat the cold. Why I'm doing it? That's a good question, because I really love being in the mountains, even if sometimes I'm a bit cold like now. I think what we live in the mountains is it makes you very alive. It makes you becoming to get to know yourself a lot. Plan is to go to Alechon. We had a super windy night, but now it's all calm. We go, we have a look, and we see what we find. I hit my knee so bad. This is so painful. You crevasse. So, Alechon. Okay. I was near the summit, but I fell into a crevasse. I think I'm okay. Let's go to the summit. I decided to keep going. Went to the summit, but on the way down, I could barely walk and I could not ski. So I had to call the helicopter to get rescued. When I got to the hospital, they checked my knee and it was nothing too bad. But when I took off my boots, frozen toe. It's going to be a problem. When I realized I had frostbite, I was, oh no, not a new injury again, because I had so many in the past. But quickly I understood it was not as bad as a broken pelvis, and I had dealt with it in the past, so I know I will be able to deal with it now. I still have 45 summits to go. My toes are damaged and more sensitive to the cold now, and I'm really not sure how it will work when I will go back to the mountains. So the rest of the project is a bit uncertain.
A famous climber was killed in a mountaineering accident near Mount Everest in Nepal. Yuli Steck was killed yesterday. At 40 years old, Steck was one of the most renowned mountaineers of his generation.
Most of all, Uli was a friend, and it's always when you have a friend dying in the mountains, it's always a lot of questions you ask yourself, and also sometimes you lose a bit the joy of going in the mountains. I love what I do. I love all the magic moments we have there, but right now it doesn't feel right to go. How do I keep going? Right now I just feel I need a bit of time and need things to settle. But I know, like every time, the desire or the envy to go climb or to go ski or to go paraglide comes back.
Well, I think even if she had all these setbacks, what drives her to do that is, like when we walked down today, she said, like, she don't understand the people who just climb mountain because it's like ticking off like something on the bucket list, and for her it's way more this kind of being there just makes her happy. And that's what kind of the motivation why she always goes back out there, even if she has setbacks and these injuries.
Okay, here we are on the Alep. We are just at the exact same place than 7 weeks ago when I injured myself. I got a bit emotional now with crevasses at the moment. Because I got rescued, I had to go back to Alep, and it felt good for me and for my confidence to get this one out of the way. All right, so here we are on Dent du Géant. Oh, we made it! 41! Yeah! Halfway!
42!
We did a lot of summits today. We did 5 Diables and 1 Tacule. We carry the paraglider, so now we take off. Okay! In the winter, it's possible to ski off many summits, but in the summer, since I'm not using any lift, it's much more efficient to use paragliding. It's been snowing a lot the last days, and we have a lot of fresh snow today. Now it's late September, lots of fresh snow, temperatures are dropping and it's already gusts and lots of wind, so we cannot commit to the ridge and get in the bad weather today. So we'll go back to the hut and come back another day. It's very frustrating and a bit stressful when you hike for a climb. You arrive to the start of the climb and you decide to turn around for a reason. That was a bit long and sketchy sometimes. In the mountains, I think men are naturally warriors and they fight more naturally than women. But it doesn't mean women can't do it. It's just more demanding for women. Schrecken-Lauteron are normally something you do on a big day, but we were there in mid-October. We had a lot of snow, so we were really, really slow, and we had to do 2 unexpected BVs. I think it's been one of the hardest things in this project to see October coming, to see November coming, and to not be able to do as many mountains as I would have liked. I feel so close, but at the same time, I feel really far from finishing. It's hard for climbers and alpinists to let go, but sometimes it's what you have to do. I had to let go when I was injured. I had to let go when the weather was no good, and I have to let go. I won't finish within a year. When I started the project, I was unsure I would even be able to finish it. 82 summits, it's a lot to climb. Now I have climbed 76 peaks. I'm for sure a bit disappointed to not do all of them within a year. But I've been injured in the past, I have lost friends in the mountains, and I really don't want that to happen. I will do the 6 summits left when it's good conditions. And anyway, I've been climbing a lot, I've been learning a lot. It's been an amazing year, so I'm happy.